And he's going to get caught here by a bunch of Hydralisks. Look at that! Flash getting caught! And wow, I can't believe, Oversky lost just a couple of drones there. Not much else lost. Very nice move there. Just the burrow is actually quite important. Looks like Flash is going to take care of this one Lurker. Lurkers are not good against Mech. They just don't deal enough damage to really hurt Mech, unless you have Dark Swarm, in which case the situation changes. But Flash is going to fully open now his natural expansion, and I don't think Oversky has much of an army. He has a very strong economy. However, I don't see a lot of forces anywhere for him. He needs to get some Mutalisks out. He should have a lot of Mutalisks producing. I think that would be the best solution right now, not Hydralisks, just a lot of mutas. Probably has a lot of gas saved up, so I will be expecting that in order to stop Flash from pushing out and killing him. And Flash playing incredibly cautiously here, getting a lot of turrets. This is actually sort of surprising to me, at least, considering that Flash has gone for a lot of Goliaths. Also, you would think that he would be less fearful of air attacks, but I guess he's going to be prepared here. That does come at a little bit of a cost here. Look at this! Man, that's a lot of hatcheries going up. I think that's, oh man, and triple upgrades here for Oversky. He is going to overdrive mode here, expansion mode, and +1 armor, interesting enough, for Flash. So this is a very interesting game here. I mean, +1 armor, geez, I guess that's slightly better against Hydralisks. If your opponent is going mass Hydras, most likely your opponent's going to, not going to be phased by a +1 attack for your ground attack for your Goliaths. However, 1 armor does affect them a lot because your Hydras obviously are going to be able to do only 9 damage instead of 10. But anyway, regardless, Flash is now moving out with a large army. We should be seeing a ton of Hydras, though, coming from Oversky now that he's gotten this many hatcheries and Lurkers. And is Flash going to be able to handle this is the issue here. Oversky has been allowed to expand by the fact that Flash turtled in. And there's evidently another building in the middle that's delaying Flash. It goes down pretty easily, though, to that huge force. And Oversky, meanwhile, has no upgrades yet, although I expect +1 range attack probably is going to be done soon. Flash now moving in with a lot of Goliaths, a bunch of Hydras there to greet him, but I still think Flash has a stronger army. There are only 2 Lurkers there, and I don't see any Mutas yet. Once again, I don't see any Mutas, so this is going to be hard to take care of. And like I expected, there's +1 range versus +1 armor, so both have pretty much negated one another. And at the same time, look at Flash's army here. He probably is going to be able to pick up another base at the same time, and he's going to go right in here. Stop Lurkers, though, in the middle of Flash's Goliaths. When is he going to unstop them? He better unstop them soon, though. Man, they didn't really do much at all there. Oversky, I mean, that's the thing. Goliaths, even if they're stopped perfectly like we saw there, don't do enough damage to Mech. And I'm just surprised that Oversky does not have a lot of mutas. But hold that thought! Oversky has managed to catch a flank here. He's going to be able to surround Flash's army here. Oversky could possibly take out this entire army. And wow, what a beautiful tactical move by the military man himself. Oversky has taken a huge lead in this game. I cannot believe it. Oversky, a player who, to be honest, a lot of viewers thought was sort of over the hill, has managed to take out Flash's first army, and he could win this game very quickly. Flash does not have a third base up, and Oversky is now marauding across the map here. He's going to have his triple upgrades up soon, and he's getting into Filer Mount, and it's going to be absolutely brutal here. Oversky mining off of 4 bases still. This is his 5th base, by the way, that I'm counting. There's one at the upper left, too. Flash still on 2, maybe 3 somewhere else, but Flash really has allowed Oversky to take over and dominate economically. And, Flash, yeah, this is his 3rd base right now. Can Flash manage to hold on with this mech build, or is he going to actually crumble in this game? That would certainly bode poorly for Flash, because he's going to have to face, well, actually, I'm not going to go into what happened yesterday. In yesterday's cast, rather, between him and Skyhigh, but and the rest of the Zergs. But Flash right now is gonna be in huge trouble here, and Flash has struggled recently. To be absolutely honest, he has been struggling. 1-1 upgrades for Oversky, and Oversky going in with pure Hydras. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. This is a Zerg versus Protoss build, but it doesn't matter. It is going to work, I think. There's only 1 tank for Flash, and Flash is going to probably... Oh, no, it looks like he holds us off, but just barely. Oversky is going to be able to replace his army very quickly, and his Defiler play, if it's up to snuff, should be able to seal this game for him. However, if it's up to snuff is a question. Oversky now has the game in his hands, but it can still no slip away if he can't control himself, if he can't control his units perfectly here, because he is facing Flash, who is always good at coming back. And Flash now is going to get some mines. That's actually quite smart. That could slow down Oversky, although Oversky has speed for his Overlord, so that is going to help with this detection. Flash choosing a smart moment here to attack, I think. Right now, Oversky does have Defilers out, but he doesn't have Consume yet, perhaps. We need to see some Dark Swarms, or else he could be in danger once again. There's the Dark Swarm, though, and there's going to be very little Flash can do about this army here, because there's really there's going to be no Science Vessels out for an eternity. Flash is not going to have Science Vessels, so those Defilers are going to be basically immune. He's going to go for a drop here, probably a Vulture drop, but look at this, Oversky's prepared inside of his main. Very smart move there. Probably took some lessons from Reach, who always puts a photon cannon or two inside of his main. Reach, who knows the value of protection, whether it's for his Nexuses or for his crown jewels that he has, never mind, his other things that he has to protect. Reach, who knows the value of protection, has taught Oversky well, and Oversky has managed to defend himself perfectly in that main base. Flash in big trouble this game, although he does have a decent containing position. I can't imagine this is going to last long because of the Dark Swarm, and here comes Oversky. Look at those lurkers. They're just going to tear apart these tanks here. Very nice play, very pretty play here against a formidable mech army, and this is going to be Oversky's game, I have to feel, because right now Flash is going to have nothing to deal with this late game army from Oversky and this late game economy. Oversky can go ultras if he likes. Right now Flash putting up some mines sort of as a trap there at the upper left to try to intercept some roving lurkers or hydras and blow them up, but Flash right now trapping a couple, trying to surprise a couple of Overlords there. There's the coach, and there is, by the way, Go Rush. Haven't seen him around, looking skinny as ever, but hungry. That's what I like about Go Rush. He looks hungry, hungry for food and for victory. That's exactly how you want to be if you want to play well in StarCraft. +2 attack for Oversky. Oversky, man, I am proud of this dude, Oversky. What a baller, I gotta say. Just coming out of, just not even semi-retirement, I guess kind of semi-retirement because he hasn't been playing for a while, and amazing me by his play so far this game, and if he can keep this up, this game is his. That beautiful Hydra attack in the middle, man, that was just absolutely beautiful. It was great, and this is showing the potential of Zerg here against mech, especially when you're going for the Sauron Zerg style. This is absolutely brilliant. Oversky did not try to push the issue with mutas like I thought he would. In fact, he proved me wrong by going mass Hydras and positioning them perfectly. He's going to go for a massive drop. He even has Era Armor. That's just insane. It's going to be dropped on top of mines, though, but it doesn't matter. He's also got another attack going up the front of the base here, although it seems that Flash is actually going to be able to clean up both attacks. No! The back has actually broken there, even though Flash has so much crap at the back there. It seems, nope, that last tank should be able to clean this out. So Oversky has not actually succeeded in killing off Flash here for the moment, for the time being, but Flash still, like I said, running off of 3 base, I believe only 2 gas, and Oversky running off of 5 base. And he has been doing this for a long time, and he's just going to be able to rebuild this huge army again. I don't see how Flash can come back, even though that was a victory for him on both fronts. And Flash right now equal with Oversky exactly, with his Hydras at least in upgrades. +1 armor, +2 attack, and there comes Oversky again with a group of Hydralisks, unsupported though, but it doesn't matter, he's dropped all over the tanks! Brilliant drop there by Oversky. Brilliant use of his Overlords. This is reminding me almost of a TBT here. Oversky blending in every race combination here, dropping Hydras on top of tanks. Absolutely smexy play here. Absolutely great. And Oversky is proving himself to be very much still a relevant factor here, and what a game here. Game 1 for this comeback team here, I guess, or the poorest team last season in the Winners League, but this game was incredible. GG coming from Flash, who looks absolutely devastated. The machine destroyed from the air by Oversky, very appropriately named afterwards. After all, you know, helicoptering down, sending some Rangers on top of Flash's tanks. Very nice work, and he gets some well-deserved high fives from everyone, including the Mantos. Air Force Ace, a small team, a team that nobody expects to win against, you know, powerhouses like KTF. Oh, but when you got ballers like Oversky, anything can happen. Let's move on to Game 2. Anytime is going to be playing against Tempest. I'm excited.